Good evening. I wish you all a very happy Independence Day. Today we are celebrating our country's 74th Independence Day. To get back into the history, what exactly happened and how India got independence from British, let's try to understand few points. After that, let's also have a look at our national flag and we'll try to learn more points regarding this. So, if you get back to the year 1945, in the year 1945, the World War II has come to an abrupt end. That was the time where majority of the countries in the world they have decided to provide independence to those countries where they have formed the colonies. And India was one such colony of British at the time. British also decided to grant independence to India. That is the reason why Cabinet Mission Plan came to India in the year 1946. And that Cabinet Mission Plan recommended for the establishment of the Constituent Assembly for India. And that Constituent Assembly is meant for making a constitution for India. And the Constituent Assembly first meeting began on December 9th, 1946. That was the beginning. And also please remember, during this particular time, there was a creation of a body called Executive Council. And that Executive Council was headed by a Vice President. And that Vice President of that Executive Council was Shri Jawaharlal Nehru. And along with him, some more members were there. So that was just like a body of a Council of Ministers, but under the control and guidance of the British. This is what happened in the year 1946. And please remember, it was already a question in civil services examination. The question was like this: who was the vice president of the Executive Council that was formed in the year 1946? Answer is Shri Jawaharlal Nehru. Please remember, it was the vice president for that Executive Council only, not for India. India got its first vice president in the year 1952 and it was Shri Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan. Now, moving from here, so we just moved into the year 1947. During that particular time, the Muslim League was very sternly and strongly demanding for the partition of the nation. It was demanding for partition of India into two parts called India and Pakistan. But finally, what happened after Mountbatten? After Mountbatten became the Viceroy of India in February 1947, the things have changed. So many developments have been taken place, and finally, the Indian National Congress also agreed for, Mahatma Gandhi also agreed for the partition of the nation. For this reason, you need to pass an act. And for the purpose of providing independence to these nations, again you need to pass an act. And that act was passed on July 18th, 1947. And please remember one important thing. The act that was passed on July 18th, 1947 was Indian Independence Act of 1947. And this act has provided certain provisions. Like, first, the nation was partitioned into India and Pakistan. Both India and Pakistan were granted independence, given independence through the same act, and the act was called Indian Independence Act of 1947. Please remember one thing. Tomorrow there may be a question, through which act India got independence? Answer is Indian Independence Act of 1947. Or another question may be, through which act Pakistan got independence? Please remember, the answer is same, that is Indian Independence Act of 1947. Clear? And the date has been declared August 15th, 1947, that we are going to get the independence. Fine, but kindly remember, in the year 1946, as announced by the British, that by June 30th, 1948, India will be provided with the independence. Meaning, the original date for providing independence to India as decided by the British in the year 1946 was June 30th, 1948. But because of the various developments that have been taken place, they have advanced the date and the act was passed on July 18th, 1947. Meaning, next month, that is in the month of August, both the nations will be provided with the independence. And every independent nation should have a flag, and national flag is the pride of the nation. So obviously we need a flag. That is the reason why very urgently an emergency meeting was called by the Constituent Assembly, and the Constituent Assembly met on July 22nd, 1947. And that Constituent Assembly adopted our national flag. That was the same national flag with certain modifications. Earlier, it was called tricolor flag, and that tricolor flag was designed by a great personality by name Sri Pingali Venkaya. And the same tricolor flag with certain modifications have been adopted as our national flag. Meaning, our national flag was adopted by the Constituent Assembly on July 22nd, 1947. And since that time, we had our national flag. And for the first time, officially, our national flag was hoisted by Shri Jawaharlal Nehru, and it was on August 15th, 1947. So this is what exactly happened. Now, if you look at our flag very clearly, you must be aware of this. You have the name itself is the tricolor. Three colors are there: saffron at the top, white in the middle, and at the bottom you have green color. Saffron, white, and green color. And in the middle of the national flag, you can also see a wheel, that is Ashoka Chakra. And please remember, it is a very generally asked question: what is the ratio of the national flag? So the ratio is always, length to breadth, that is length to height. That is always 3:2. Whatever may be the big size you are making, but the ratio should be 3:2. Since our national flag is our pride, lots of respect has to be given to our national flag. Clear? That is the reason why in some cases you see some people, by mistake, they hoist the flag in inverted manner. Meaning, instead of saffron, white, and green, that is green, white, and saffron. So that is a mistake, that is a crime. And against such people, certain action will be taken. So we need to be very careful, very cautious when we are dealing with our, the national pride. Fine. And if you look at this wheel in the center, Ashoka Chakra, and that wheel has got 24, please remember, 24 spokes. This is a very generally asked question as a part of GK. What is the ratio of, this flag, and how many spokes are present in the wheel, right? And the answer is 24. What do you mean by 24 here? You can remember very easily that 24 indicates, each spoke indicates 1 hour. So 24 spokes, 24 hours, that is 1 day. Right? So this is one version. And other version is that 24 spokes indicate 24 saints, so 24 rishis. Right? But please remember, how many spokes are there? 24 are there. Am I clear? So please remember all these points. Now I would like to show you some more points with respect to, our national flag. And after that, I will also show you some points with respect to what happened in the history on August 15th. Few important points are there. Important, very important. And I would like to share those points with you. Fine. But before that, let's have a look at our national flag. So this is our national flag. So this is our pride. Our chest expands the moment we look at our national flag. Look at this. Next, we'll go ahead. Can you see the colors? Yes, saffron, white and green. In the center you can see a wheel, Ashoka Chakra, with 24 spokes. Look at this. The chakra, which features in the middle of the tricolor, has 24 spokes, and this flag was adopted on July 22nd, 1947. And the wheel is called the Ashoka Chakra because it appears on a number of edicts of Ashoka, the most prominent among which is the lion capital of Ashoka. Next, look at this. All the 24 spokes of the Dharma Chakra are the representation of the 24 rishis of Himalayas, in which Vishwamitra is the first and Yajnavalkya is the last. Apart from that, the Ashoka Chakra is also known as Samay Chakra. Samay, time, in which the 24 spokes represent 24 hours of the day and is a symbol of the moment of the time. Okay, now we'll be going ahead once again. Look at this. What happened in the history on August 15th? In the year 1945, during the World War II, the Emperor Hirohito publicly announces Japan's surrender. Very recently we have discussed like a little boy and a fat man, right? So this was the America's attack on Hiroshima and Nagasaki on August 6th and 9th respectively. After that, Japan announced its surrender publicly. And August 15th, 1947, of course, we know very clearly, India got independence. In the year 1973, on August 15th, America ends direct military involvement in Vietnam. It was very popularly known as the Vietnam War. In the year 1975, Bangladesh founding father, it was Mujibur Rahman, was assassinated in a coup. Please remember, when India got independence, Pakistan also got independence. At the time, Pakistan was in two parts. One is current Pakistan, which was called West Pakistan, and another one was East Pakistan, that is today's Bangladesh. And East Pakistan fought against West Pakistan with the support of India, and it got independence in the year 1971. And after that, it has been renamed as Bangladesh. And all the credit goes to Mujibur Rahman. And he was considered to be the founding father, founding leader of Bangladesh. But unfortunately, he was assassinated in a coup on August 15th, 1975. And another point, in the year 2015, North Korea created new time zone. North Korea, which is always there in the news, it sets its clocks 30 minutes back. So that's it. I'll stop at this stage. And once again, I wish you all a very, very, very happy Independence Day. Thank you so much for being with me on this auspicious occasion. And I'll see you in the next class with more current affairs. Take very good care. Good night.